Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie Thiessen and I'm your GelMoment independent distributor. Today I'm going to show you how to do this festive red and black buffalo plaid manicure using your GelMoment gel polishes. The first thing we need to do is apply our base color. I'm using Scandalous. You could also use any of the other red colors in the GelMoment collection for your buffalo plaid manicure. I love Scandalous because it is such a bright, beautiful red and it works great for this manicure. I'm doing 2 coats of Scandalous on the nail stick. If you needed to do 3 on your nails, you could do that too. You just want that bright, beautiful, vibrant red coming through. After fully curing both coats of your base red, we're going to get our Raven's Kiss ready for the stripes that we're going to do in this buffalo plaid design. I'm going to show you 2 ways of getting the stripes on the nail for the buffalo plaid design. The first is using the styling strips. These give you a very nice clean line with the stripes on the nail. They can be a little bit time consuming to apply, but once you get them on the nail, just make sure that you are pressing them down firmly so that they are adhered well to the nail so that you don't get any bleeding of the polish underneath the styling strip, and that will cause your lines not to be really crisp like you want them to be. So I'm not measuring my spacing for the lines. I'm sort of just eyeballing it, trying to get it as even as possible and the lines as straight as possible between each other. If you wanted to, you could get really technical and measure them to make sure that they are even, but I don't think that's necessary. They do look really good, even if they are a little bit uneven. Some buffalo plaid designs don't have even stripes between the horizontal and the vertical lines. So it's all a bit of an abstract look depending on the type of design you're going for. Applying this last styling strip was a little bit more challenging because it was shorter. The longer your styling strips are, the easier they are to apply. Now I'm going to use Raven's Kiss and I'm just going to fill in the areas where I want those black lines to be. And this is just a very thin coat. You don't want to have even coverage. Even if it's a little bit streaky, that's totally fine as well. It sort of gives it that plaid look. Once you have your black lines filled in, you can remove the styling strips. Yours will come off a lot easier than mine will on this nail stick. The reason for that is because they folded over and they adhered really well to the underside of my nail stick, so I had a difficult time getting them to come off. But when you're doing it on your natural nail, you won't have that problem. You'll be able to easily peel them off. And once you do, you'll see nice, clean, crisp lines. And if you do have any bleeding from the polish getting underneath the styling strip, you can use a cuticle pusher and just wipe that up. And if you need to, you could use a brush as well. But otherwise, if you've pushed them down really well, you shouldn't have any bleeding underneath the lines. After fully curing your first set of stripes, you can move on to the horizontal lines. And the second way of doing these lines is just freehand. So I'm using a small brush from the Creativity set to freehand these lines onto the nail stick. Applying your stripes freehand is a little bit more complicated than using the styling strips, but it is less time consuming, so I like doing my stripes freehand. I finished the first stripe and I'm just flash curing it before moving on to the second. When you apply the second stripe, you want to make sure that you have the correct spacing between your first stripe so that you have a nice square in the middle. Remember that the spacing doesn't need to be exactly precise. A lot of buffalo plaid designs have varying sizes of squares and rectangles depending on the style. After fully curing the horizontal stripes, we're going to fill in the squares that overlap each other to make them darker and more black. Once you're finished filling in the black squares, give them a full cure, and then we're going to grab our Scandalous and we're going to fill in the areas that aren't overlapping to make those black lines look a little bit more faded. After I finished recording this video, I realized that you would be able to achieve this exact same look by applying a full coat of Scandalous to the nail stick right after applying your horizontal and vertical lines. That would give the entire nail a faded look. Then after you fully cured that coat of Scandalous, you could fill in the overlapping squares with Raven's Kiss and it would have the exact same look as I am achieving now. After another full cure, we're ready to add the festive gold lines to our plaid manicure. I'm using Guilty Soiree and the small striper brush from the Creativity set, and I'm just applying the gold line to one vertical line and one horizontal line in this plaid manicure. After a full cure, apply a second coat of Guilty Soiree to your lines. This will help that gold really pop in your design. After one last full cure, we're ready to finish off our design by sealing everything in with a coat of Clearly Frisky. And there you have a festive red and black buffalo plaid design for your next Christmas manicure. As a bonus, I'm going to show you how I did my other nails in this manicure. I've got 3 coats of Raven's Kiss on this nail stick and I'm going to buff it so that it is a matte finish before applying the accent along the cuticle line. After cleansing the nail, grab your bottle of Clearly Frisky and put a little bit on your lamp. Then grab the dotting tool from the Creativity set and you want to just create an arch along the cuticle line of the nail. Once you're happy with the shape, do a full cure on that coat of Clearly Frisky and get your chrome ready to apply. I'm using the Andromeda Chrome and I'm just rubbing it into the area where the Clearly Frisky is. Because we buffed the nail, the chrome won't stick to the rest of the nail. Now we need to seal in the chrome on the nail, so grab a brush from the Creativity set and use your Clearly Frisky to just paint over the area that the chrome is on. If you paint over the matte finish, it will change it to being glossy, so you really want to make sure that you are keeping the Clearly Frisky just over the chrome accent. Then after a full cure, your matte black gold accent nail is finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks so much for watching.